I just don't think he'll go anywhere that Monster's not at.
I met a gypsy.
I think the only thing that's going to be tough for Brian is he runs his own program with support from the best people in the industry, is when he has to confine to someone's program. Is it going to be like, thank God I can just let him go? Or is it like, no, we do it better like this?
Yeah.
It's two ways, right? When you have money, you can do things your way. When you are hired for a job, it's the boss's way. And I feel he's either going to go to, it's two, Mitch Payton Pro Circuit Kawasaki or Star Racing Yamaha, right? That's where Hayden's going to go. And that he'll have a boss. And which one works better for Brian and their platform? Because if it's work, you don't bring your film crew to work.
Yeah.
Right? Like, or do you? So that's what I'm waiting to see. And I'm not saying that it's bad.
How old is he? When are we seeing
So
him?
I think we'll see him. I think he'll ride B class next year in 250F, right? He's moonlighting already on the 125 in Schoolboy and Super Mini. He's gonna be big on the Super Mini come Loretta's.
Yeah.
So he'll be there. Brian will take his time if he has to, but he ain't gonna put him out there to get fed to the wolves. So I think we'll see him in Supercross 2023.
You reckon?
2023.
Dude, that's gonna be cool.
So he'll be 250F next year, 250B, and then the next year's A. So that'd be 22. That's 20.
Nah, so 24.
24, yeah. Soonest will be 23, I think. If like you can fast forward the process, but if it's right.
Yeah. The thing I wonder with Deegan is like he never got to be that factory rider, and he never got to have that experience, and he would have wanted that experience to be on a factory team, to have Mitch Payton as his boss. Like, I kind of could see Deegan just being like, Hayden, we done it. This is the dream. Like, go and have this experience. I never got this. I never got to be the factory dude. I did my own thing, and I was like on the privateer teams, and I had my own ideas. But like, you've got this chance. Like, you can go and do that, you know?
I agree. Like, I think it's like you said, I was saying, if we built this to have that job. It's like investing in tutors and investing through college, right? When you get to college, parents go, all right, you made Ohio State football team. Now that coach is in charge.
Yeah.
I think Brian always hires trainers and always hires coaches. I think he will be stoked to go, we did our job, Mama Marisa. We did our job. Hayden's now riding for Pro Circuit Kawasaki or Star Racing Yamaha. I just don't think he'll go anywhere that Monster's not at. Like, that's just the reality, right?
That makes sense.
But yeah, I think, you know, that's the move. That's the play, right? And then will Hayden like having, you know, he might thrive not having dad around like that he is, you know. But obviously Brian's doing the right thing. His trajectory is going the right way. He ain't having lull years where he's like. And
like, the thing is, man, look at that fucking YouTube channel. If you can keep that going, man, like, you don't
how
even
good
need,
is that? How good
you
is
don't
that for
even
the
need
sport?
a fucking job.
Yeah.
Like, that is what they've done with their YouTube channel is incredible for the sport of motocross, and for kids that can, like, they can look up to this kid that's got, like, he's living the dream, man, of every kid that, like, gets up in the morning and like watches it. They're making fun content that's like making dirt bikes cool. It's making it relatable. They're riding in their backyard, and like you said, they didn't always have like these crazy tracks. Like, they had sort of, you know, little pit bike tracks essentially. So yeah, I mean, just even let's say that Hayden doesn't make it, which obviously he will, but it's like, there's a fucking crazy job right there if you want it.
And like you just said something, what if he doesn't make it? What's making it, right?
That's making it now.
Yeah, like that. That's my point. It's like, is if their goal is winning West Coast Lights or 450 titles, that's making it to them. But to you, this is making it.
Yeah.
So it's like, is this the goal? Maybe this is Hayden's goal, and he knows that being the baddest dude on a Super Mini in 2021 is the boost his youth, because he's 15 now. He's a young man, but he knows what he wants.
It'd be a weird life. Like, so this, just to give you some perspective, we're sitting on the Gold Coast of Australia on a massive fucking podcast, one of Australia's biggest podcasts, talking about a 15-year-old kid's YouTube channel.
Yeah, right.
Like,
right.
You're fucking killing it.
Yeah,
you're all killing it.
Yeah, they are.
100%.
Not faking it.
Nah.
The same Hayden Deegans on this is at the track. Like, I met the kid, know the kid, and Dad's the same way. As they have some funny content, but it's like they're a driven family.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
And the cool thing too with Brian that says quite a lot. I've only met him a few times. He's extremely nice every time that I've met him. But the thing that says a lot about him is like Charles, same trainer for fucking 20 years. You know what I mean? Monster, same sponsor for. That is huge in this industry, especially the trainer thing. I think that if you've been with a trainer a long time, you're probably a good dude.
Yeah, Charles Dow, amazing human being, like his personal trainer there over there in Murrieta. Brian's a loyal person. Like he always has been, and I don't know, I'm not like super tight with him, but anytime I've had a dealing with him, dude, he talks to me eye to eye. He's given me the respect that I felt I deserve, and it's hard not to respect someone that is like that. So it'll be interesting what Hayden does. You know, like I said, you're gonna find out where he goes. He's gonna sign that next deal. I think going into 2022, what team he'll go. They'll put him
once
on that.
Once he gets in the B class.
Yep. Once he's on the 250F, I think they're gonna find, because I know Brian wants to be on the KTM because it's the best 125.
Yeah.
Like Brian knows, like he needs to be on that 125. Like a Yamaha 125 is not a KTM or a Husky or a gas. So he's putting him on that bike that would be the best for him to perform. And then when they go to the 250F, it's game on, right? Like
there's a few bikes.
You're just not going to ride for Bar X Suzuki.
No. You don't think? Yeah. So this is the hot take. Hayden Deegan won't be kickstarting a 250.
Yes, exactly.
It'd be fucking weird though to be like, I mean, I guess it's for us to sit here and even speculate like we haven't lived his life. But can you imagine the weird life that Hayden's lived? And I'm saying weird not as a bad term. I'm saying weird as just an objective, like it's a very unique existence for a 15, well, from since he's been, a child.
Like 10 probably, right?
Yeah. I mean, we've never really seen anything like that before in motocross. But I mean, I wonder what the joy is for him of like, because I remember the first time I went to America, Parla,
what's his
2020.
joy, right?
And I was like, I got to film Dungey and Porcel, and I got to meet these people, and it was fucking crazy. Like, it really was this mind-blowing experience, and I'll never forget, like, there's so much stuff that I'll never forget, and there's like so much shit I'd never talk about on this podcast that I got to experience with people, and like those moments were just insane. And I feel like if you're a kid that's grown up in that scene for so long, and you've been, that's all you've known, it's like, what's the joy? Like, where's those crazy mind-blowing experiences going to come from? Because they're kind of, I mean, I don't know. Like, I look at those things. That's what breaks up the monotony of life.
You figure, like, Hanny and the top guys go to Haiden Deegans Supercross track to practice.
That's what I mean. They're doing, like, these monster shoots at his house. So that's like...
And that place is for sale. Like, they're selling it.
Oh, really?
So they're like, scaling down because they're traveling so much. They're scaling. So, like, who buys that? And they get to carry on that. Like, because they're right out of Temecula wine country. But... what I do like, and I think this could maybe give you some insight, and clearly we don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't know, and we're speculating. But I think what Brian does, or Brian and Marisa, mom and dad, do so well is he gets to do kid stuff. He still learns backflips on his BMX bike. Most kids, like Ryder D, like that kid's really dope too, and like the people position them to be arch rivals. You don't see him backflipping a BMX bike. You don't see him doing tail whips. I think Brian, like, that might be Hayden's thing. Is like, I'm not just a dirt biker. I'm like all things bad. Like I can flip a BMX bike. I go to Woodward. I can do tail whips. Like, I was into scooters when I was a kid. Like, he has this crazy skill set of just life in general. Like, the kid can do a lot of things, and maybe that's like moto's like. He's an elitist, but he's also, how many kids do you see backflipping a BMX bike at 14, 15? Not a whole lot, right? And he's kind of like a triple threat, right? Like, I think that's where he gets off on maybe that life is where I'm not just a dirt biker, where like typically, like you said, in dirt biking, Eli Tomac is just a dirt biker. Yeah. Right? Like, Cooper Webb is just a dirt biker when he's 15. Yeah. We're like, Hayden's like, I'm going snowboarding. He's kind of more has that Axel Hodges. Yeah. Like, I do a lot of things really high level, and I think that's bringing life to our sport. And like, my kid follows him and sees like, I need to be dope on a BMX bike also, right? Yeah. Like, I think that's good. Like, I think that's good.
Because I think that like, it's interesting you mentioned Axel, because that's kind of one of the things in my mind when I was even saying that about Hayden is Axel kind of was that dude. Like, he grew up riding with McGrath and he was around all these people. But on the flip side of that, it's like for him, it's like his baseline of normal is like already at the top of the sport. Like, you're almost maxed out. So if anything that he does that is in his mind that's like above and beyond, then it reaches this level here. And then that's like what you've seen with Axel. And because he was so desensitized, man. Just so desensitized to what would make a normal kid froth out was just like his everyday shit. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.